From the pitch to your phone screen, social media has made football stars like Messi and Ronaldo more than just players. They are global icons. It has made football stars like Odion Igalo and Victor Osimhen more than just football players. They are national, continental icons. But how did this happen? Let's find out. Welcome to EaglesTracker, home of Nigerian football. My name is Ayoti, and this is lesson 2 of the Athlete Branding with Ayoti series. Today, we are focusing on how platforms like Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, and other social media have transformed football players into more than just athletes. They are now influencers with an audience and fans worldwide. If there's any footballer, agent, team, or brand that would like to work with EaglesTracker on their social media, or on their client social media, please feel free to reach out to us on our social media channels or send an email to ayo@eaglestracker.com. Okay, let's dive into this game-changing phenomenon. The first thing I'll talk about is the direct connection with fans. Now, imagine being able to connect with Victor Boniface, with Rasheedat Ajibade, with Victor Osimhen, with Asisat Oshoala beyond the 90 minutes on the field. On social media, for example, Victor Osimhen doesn't only share his goals, he shares funny moments, he shares with his friends, he shares moments with his family, his daughter. And these things make fans feel much more closer to him and make him feel more relatable. Let's talk about Rasheedat Ajibade. Rasheedat Ajibade uses her social media to connect with her Christian fans. Faith is something that is very big to her, and she shares through her social media. And I know people that have told me that, see, they don't watch any football, but they like Rasheedat Ajibade because she's a Christian and she puts God first. She shares her charity work and so much more. Social media allows football players to interact in real time with their fans, with their audience, whether it be through your posts, through your reels, through your stories, through your live sessions. It's self-explanatory. A footballer can connect with fans through interaction on social media. And that is something that a lot of fans crave and a lot of fans want. I tell players all the time, a simple reply or a simple like to a fan's comment can make their day and make them absolutely fall in love with you. To you, it feels like nothing. You don't think it is relevant. But to that fan who's looking up to you, who you're their hero, who watches you on TV all the time, if you take 5 seconds to reply their comments, it means a lot to them. Or just double tap the comment and like it. It means a lot to them. And it helps build that stronger bond, that connection, that ultimately will benefit you as the football player. Again, this is not even something that you have to do yourself. Your social media manager, your social media team can do this for you. Once again, if you want to have somebody to work on your social media, you can reach out and hire EaglesTracker. We do amazing job. We've worked with several Nigerian players over the years. Another thing that social media does for football players, it allows you to break geographical barriers, making fans from any corner of the world feel close to you. It does not matter where you play. It does not matter where the fan lives. You can connect with that fan through your posts on social media. Once again, football players, I encourage you to craft your own narrative, to tell your own story, to paint your own picture. And that is one of the things that social media allows you to do. You can showcase your personality. You can showcase your charity work. You can showcase your achievements. And then you can also showcase what you are doing in your career. But the thing is that if you do not tell people who you are, they will make up a story for you. That is just human nature. So use your social media to craft your own narrative. Social media allows you to showcase your personality so that people have the right impression of who you are off the field. We hear and see a lot of times that people just say, I think this player is arrogant. I think this player is snobby. I think he's this. I think she's that. But they don't know you. They don't really know what your nature is like. So if you don't paint a picture for them, if you don't give them something to hang on to, they're just going to make assumptions. And you have your social media to do that. It is your own personal channel, your own personal station, your own personal microphone. Use it. Another thing that I would talk about is how you can use social media to increase your influence and your marketability. So moving on to how this connectivity boosts an athlete's influence and marketability, consider Cristiano Ronaldo. Hundreds of millions of followers. Every move that he makes, every step that he takes, these guys are following. He's not just a player. He's a global influencer. He's a trendsetter. Let's switch to Nigeria. I will consider someone like Asisat Oshoala, someone like Victor Osimhen, someone like Victor Boniface, someone like Rasheedat Ajibade. They have influenced. They have set trends. They have created styles that people follow. Osimhen and his memes. Everybody now wants to post memes. Boniface and his funny comments. Now you see random Nigerian players, with no disrespect when I say random, but you see different Nigerian players just trying to do the same thing. With Oshoala and her interactive style on social media, we see many players trying to do it now. With Ajibade and her Christianity and her posts, her Mommy Gio persona, we see many people trying to do it now. You can set trends. You can be an influencer. You don't have to be Cristiano Ronaldo to do it. No, you don't. Now, social media metrics, high engagement and follower counts translate into endorsement deals. The players I mentioned, Oshoala, Ajibade, Osimhen, Boniface, they all have boots deals with Nike. Oshoala is an ambassador for Google. Rasheedat Ajibade was an ambassador for Spotify. She's an ambassador for different brands in Nigeria. Social media. You can be a cultural shaper. You can influence fashion. You can influence fitness. You know, when you advocate for health issues, when you advocate for children going back in school, these are things that you have influence over. Someone like Victor Osimhen, imagine if Osimhen starts a fashion brand. We know Osimhen dresses well. We know he likes his drip. We know he buys expensive clothes. Now, imagine if he thinks that he can turn this into a business. Easy. He can start his own fashion brand and make millions. He has the resources. He has the capital. He can get the team around him. Wink, wink. But these things are possible. You can be a cultural shaper. And again, endorsement power. Endorsement power. According to studies that have been done by professional marketers of athletes and of social media and different brands, social media endorsement from football players can have a more significant impact than traditional advertising, driving sales and creating more brand awareness. Again, I mentioned Spotify. There is a reason why Spotify engaged Ajibade to be a part of their global campaign. There's a reason why they engaged, why Google engaged Oshoala to be a part of their campaign. Endorsement power comes to social media. You have to take advantage of it. You have to use it. And once again, you do not have to be the biggest player in the world, but you need to be a player that is doing something and working on their own social media and personal brand. Now, before social media, fan interaction was limited to matches or interviews. If someone like myself did not sit down with a player to talk, you don't know what the player is doing. If you're not watching the player on TV, it's hard for you to know what the player is doing. You have no clue how their day-to-day goes. But now, you can be in your house and know what your favorite player had for breakfast, what they had for dinner, what time they went to training, who is their best friend, how they spent their Christmas holiday. All that is available for you through social media now, as long as the player shares. Players, fans can connect with you more if they see that you're more relatable. It can be something as little as you eating the food that a fan likes, and that's what makes the fan connect with you. You listening to the music that the fan likes, that's what makes the fan connect with you. The power of social media is so large, man. Sometimes it amazes me how some athletes don't know how big and important this thing is. Now, after social media, engagement has skyrocketed. For instance, during the World Cup, players like Harry Kane or Mo Salah, they used to share their behind-the-scenes content back to back to back, showing how they are performing during tournaments, what's going on behind the scenes, how the hotel life is like, how the day-to-day interaction with the different players are like, significantly increasing fan interaction. We see Mo Salah and his Christmas Day post every year. We know the controversy it causes, but we also see how it makes many people gravitate towards him and love him. Personally, that is something that I look forward to every December 25th. This is something that I encourage Nigerian footballers to do. I will give credit to Asisat Oshoala. She does this very well, albeit that she only does it on Snap. She doesn't really do it on Instagram or on other social media platforms. But Oshoala shows us the work that she puts in behind the scenes and the things that she's doing. And when fans can see the behind the scenes, it gives them a different perspective. Sometimes you hear fans talk about players and they're talking about how, oh, they're lazy, they're not even training. This one, that one. I mean, I'm sure you're training, but if the fan cannot see it, they just assume you're not, if your performances are not living up to the expectation. But when people see the work that you put in behind the scenes, even if you're not performing well and they still want to criticize your performances, they would never accuse you of being lazy. They would never accuse you of not trying. With all due respect, Mikhailo Mudryk, the Chelsea player, hey, he's not having a good run with Chelsea. He has had even more recent issues. But can anybody accuse Mudryk of being lazy? Can anybody accuse Mudryk of not working hard? Can you accuse him of not trying? No, because we see the work that he puts in behind the scenes. So again, they can paint a narrative if you don't show them what they are supposed to see. Some people will say, oh, I don't care what fans say. You don't care because you don't know the power that you can have from fans saying positive things. You don't care because you don't have endorsements to lose. You don't care because you don't even know that you can get some endorsements. You don't know that you can get some money out of this. That's why you don't care. Trust me, Ronaldo cares what fans have to say. That's the reason why there are many accounts that are defending him everywhere, because what the fan opinion translates to money for him. And it can translate to money for you too. It can. But you have to care. The global expansion of football's popularity has expanded, especially in regions where it wasn't traditionally big. Thanks to stars like Messi, Ronaldo, and all the other ones sharing their content in multiple languages on Instagram and other social media. In Nigerian context, Rashida Ajibade, she does a great job of this. She posts videos on her page. Sometimes she's speaking English with Spanish subtitles. Sometimes she's speaking Spanish with English subtitles. Sometimes she's speaking English with Yoruba subtitles. Sometimes she's speaking Yoruba with English or Spanish subtitles. Because she knows that she has an audience in different countries that speak different languages. Why should you not connect with your Spanish fans if you play in Spain? Why? Why shouldn't you? What if you cannot even speak their language or you're not trying to relate with them? They don't feel that connection. They don't buy your jersey. Or the Yoruba audience, why shouldn't you try to connect with your fans that speak Yoruba? So now, because I don't speak English, it means that I cannot love you? These are things that need to be done. More Nigerian footballers should try to think about connecting with their audience beyond Nigeria. Honestly, I understand Nigeria is the hub, is the core, it's easy for you to speak in pidgin, things like that. But again, like I said, even if it's as little as just getting somebody to subtitle your video when you're posting on social media, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Or even when you post on your story about a match, putting the time in 2 different time zones, in the 2 different countries, so that if somebody from a foreign country that you play in sees that post, they know what time you are referring to. If somebody in Nigeria sees the post, they know what time it is. These little things make a difference. Now again, I'm not saying you should lose your Nigerianness. You can't talk in pidgin. You can crack your Nigerian jokes. No doubt, don't lose yourself trying to appeal to a global audience. But make an effort to connect with that foreign audience. I hope people really understand my points there. Now, finally, I'll talk about challenges and considerations. We are human beings. In life, everything has both its positives and its negatives. As good as social media is, I'll be wrong to not remember and mention the fact that it comes with its challenges. This visibility comes with its challenges. Even I have an audience of just over about 150,000 people across my social media platforms. People are insulting me, are fighting me all the time because of my opinions, because of what I say, what I do. So I understand it. If you are now someone with millions of followers, with a large audience, yes, there's more and more of these things that will come your way. But with negativity, I feel like handling criticism or trolls on platforms like Twitter is part of the job. And unfortunately, in the world that we live in, when we're talking about Black players, this also means dealing with racist comments. That is one of the darkest and worst things about social media. But this is also one of the biggest reasons why I encourage football players to have social media managers. They help to protect you from these things, no matter how difficult it may be. Social media manager. I am not saying you shouldn't own your social media. I am not saying you shouldn't be in control. The person is just there to manage. I'll give you examples. You play a match and people are leaving racist comments. If I were your social media manager, I am working hard to delete those comments as soon as they come in. I am not even allowing you to see these comments. If people are sending DMs, I am deleting these DMs when they come in. Like, why do I want my clients to come and see someone calling them a monkey? Let's just be realistic. But if you don't have a social media manager, if you don't have anybody that is trying to protect you from these things, you're going to come on your channel or your page, you're going to open it up, you're going to see all these things, you're going to feel bad, it's going to ruin your day, ruin your week, whatever the case may be. But you are still going to have to use the social media. So hire somebody to protect your interest like that. The person might not be able to delete every single thing. But believe me, if you see one comment versus if you see 100 comments, it makes a big difference, It's the difference between one troll and when it is being called cyberbullying. So I again encourage people, hire social media managers. I know I'll give you a wink again and say, hey, you can hire EaglesTracker. We do great job. We've done great job for many different players. We've worked with different clubs. We've worked with brands. But even if you don't want to hire me, you don't want to hire EaglesTracker, hire somebody. Now, again, privacy. Under the public eye, you almost know that you do not have a private life. People are interested in everything that you do. They are watching every move that you make. Who you are dating, who you are talking to, who you are following, who you are unfollowing. Everywhere you go, there's cameras recording you. So you need to be careful about what you do, what you say, what you post. That is one of the challenges that comes to social media. And as a celebrity, as a football star, as somebody that is trying to build a global brand or a national intercontinental brand, is one of those unfortunate things that you have to deal with. And then balancing act. Players must balance authenticity with the commercial aspects of their post to maintain fan trust. You don't want to become a walking billboard where you're constantly promoting products, promoting services, promoting this, promoting that. People lose interest. Again, if you're not ready to have a full-blown fan interaction and take your time to engage with the person, just like their comment. Just leave a comment and say thank you. You don't have to act like, oh, you're really more interested than you are. So you have to balance it. Be a real person, but also be a celebrity, if you understand what I'm saying. You just have to find that balance in it. Now, conclusion. In summary, social media has honestly reshaped football, turning players into national, continental, and even global influencers, superstars, extending their reach and deepening their connection with the fans. But it is not without its hurdles. It is not without its challenges. It is not without its issues. Looking ahead, we might even see more innovative ways of fans to engage with their favorite players or for players to engage with their fans, whether it's through VR, AI, and all the different technology that is coming up today. I'm sure people are not going to stop innovating. So I encourage every player to start now. Start taking advantage of your social media. Hire a social media manager. For as little as $200 a month, you can hire somebody that is looking after your social media, guiding you, creating strategies for you, helping you grow, helping you connect with other opportunities. Do it. Try it out. If it's not working for you, fine, stop it. But don't just sit back and not do anything. Now, my question to you guys that are watching this video, what do you think about the football's social media revolution? And who are some of the Nigerian players that you think are doing a good job on social media? I would like you to share your thoughts with me in the comments. And of course, I'll engage with you as much as possible. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe, and share with somebody that you know will benefit from it. And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can enjoy more content like this and you always know when we drop. Which footballer do you follow on social media? Let us know as well. Until next time, my name is IoT. This is Athlete Branding with IoT on EaglesTracker, home of Nigerian football. Bye-bye, guys.